One other thing that I have to say that it's really been stressed during this time of student teaching, where I've really come into contact with what it actually means. I'm going to read an IEP, Individualized Educational Plan, can be created using assessments, implemented, revised with parents, and followed by supported staff and faculty to achieve the purpose of an inclusive, harmonious living within our country. The reality of standard-based education must be sought. Having a baseline determined by the standardized testing and being able to measure progress is the goal to obtain government funding for different programs and individuals. And I really have found in my student teaching that this funding is imperative for some families, it's imperative for some children, and it's imperative for the teachers to understand the codes as to what the district uses and how they make their decisions to have the implementation of what the children need, what the needs, what those disabilities actually are, and what's available to be made within the school. The district has to know what's in the classroom, and the teachers have to understand how to ask for it. And I think in our area, sometimes there's a disconnect of understanding of what that is and how to get it. In some schools, it's incredibly supported, and in others, it's kind of shoved under the rug. So my hope is in my future classroom that we can bring an understanding together as to how to make everything work between a general education teacher and the special education program with the interventionalists in the best possible manner for the students. Thanks. This is how my philosophy has changed in student teaching. In creating better learning opportunities for students, using technology and really focusing on those character traits, on those virtues, on those good habits that we can all create. I think that using the view that there is beauty in all things and truly helping students come to understand that there's goodness that they can choose and that every decision makes a difference. Every opportunity that they have, they can change the world through their gratitude, through their respect, through taking responsibility, through really seeking out other children and being kind to them. That kindness, for being true, for speaking with integrity, and for being a person of their word, for their kindness. All of it counts. Every single thing. In the future classroom, my hope is that all children grow into the best human being that they can be, to be a responsible global citizen. Even more than that, to be a personal ambassador, to be a joyful giver, to really reach within themselves and find what they have within their families, what we have within our classroom, and bring it to the world, to change the community and to change one person at a time, one area at a time. Within the classroom, there are so many opportunities to have technology to help students, whether it is in reinforcement or in practice, and in coming together, working together, collaborating together, and enjoying each other's company online with Kahoot, with games, with all different sorts of opportunities for growth. Watching students truly develop not just research, but also their understanding together and present information, watching children choose to make PowerPoint presentations, to put things together has been a complete and utter game changer for me in my philosophy of education and how to use technology. Hello, I'm going to talk to you just a little bit on my philosophy of teaching and education. I think that it's greatly changed. Maybe not greatly. Maybe I've learned a few things along the way, I guess. If the purpose of education is to offer every child academic, regardless of any exception, so to help them develop to their full potential in the classroom, with that inclusion defined as the practice of fully integrating all students into the educational practices regardless of their race, ethnicity, gender, socioeconomic status, religion, physical or mental ability, language, or sexual orientation, which is from Foundations of Education. If that is truly the goal of inclusion, we also have to consider the entire classroom in that decision. Before student teaching, I didn't quite understand what that could look like. But with the beauty of the joy of learning, which was so incredibly displayed in one of my placements, the giggles and the fun that the kids come with, and the anticipation, arms raised, ready to be tickled and ready to learn, just excited to be there. That beauty, that joy of kindergarten through second grade through all the way up, all of it, helping children come, it's just not into, the inclusion does not come in a one size fits all category, and that every individual truly learns with their exceptionalities and that different position and that different place. Whatever that is, to help the child truly come to the understanding that they need through their own experiences and their own way of learning, figuring out what that is, how to work with it, and how to meet the standards of the state, which is not always easy. But with a collective group, with that constant collaboration, with that constant communication, that is where the teachers find the resources that they need and the joy to keep moving forward and making a difference in all of their children's lives in their classrooms. I'm really grateful to have this opportunity to be not just a student teacher, but also to grow in what my philosophies of education are.